guys. It's been a long time since the last meeting. I was not in Malaysia. Was out for working in some other places, and then just last week I've come back to Malaysia, and now it's in quarantine hotel. After everything, we have some time to talk, and then as you can see, there's some watches in front of us. Like when we go outside, we tend not to bring the most expensive watches out, and for those that we are wearing daily, we wouldn't choose the best or the most expensive or the most precious watch that we have in our collection to wear it daily. So been over there at the country, I bought some watches that are not very expensive, and I think it's a good topic to say about beginner exposure to mechanical watches. Like if today you want to buy a new watch and you want it to be mechanical, what choice or what approach or how do you want it to be in your first watch? So for entry mechanical watches, there is a few brands, or we should say there is two main brand we can say, whether you are into the Japanese brand or the Swiss brand. Of course, for prices, I think that Japan brand will be lower, tend to be lower, which are Seiko, Orient, and of course there are a lot of other brand, but we can look at the Seiko and Orient. And then at the other hand, for the Swiss brand, there will be a lot, mainly like Tissot, Hamilton, even something like Certina, and so on, for those entry brand we can see around in Malaysia, and of course in other parts of the world. So there's a few aspects that we need to look at. One of them is the case diameter. Okay, the case diameter, which means how big the watch do you want it to be on your wrist. So I have around near to 17 cm wrist. Okay, so this is the Seiko 5. Okay, with metal bracelet. This is 38 millimeter. So on my wrist will be like that. Okay, so it's first thing is how big do you want it on your wrist. So we have a 38, and then 39 point something, nearly 40, 43, 44, and a 45. Okay, so for the 45, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so first thing is how big you want it on your wrist, and then secondly is that what color you want on your dial. You see on here we have a white, we have a black, we have a green, and then we have a blue. So case diameter, dial color, and then one you can look at the bracelet or the straps or anything you want to call it. So mainly we have the leather one, the steel one, steel bracelet. We have the leather strap, and then we have rubber strap, although this is not original with the rubber strap, but this could be an option. And of course the one that I don't have here is a NATO strap. Okay, so you need to choose which one do you like. And then last but not least, the material. So for a start, most people will go for stainless steel. Of course, there are something like plastic or so on, but there is, if you have a budget, you could go for a head forward of stainless steel, which are plated gold. Okay, so they might be slightly more expensive, but they looks good and they will be different from the others. So of course, so after your size, your color, your bracelet, and then your material, and then there is one more thing to look at, which is your function. So for mechanical watches, for the basic usage is, we call it just the hour, minutes, and seconds, which is three very basic function. Okay, something like this. So for this, we have the hour, the minutes, and the second. So this one is come with the date function, which is quite common now, but the most basic one will be without the date. So without the date as a basic, and then comes it with the date, or even day date. Okay, or even having a, I don't have it here, the GMT function, or they call it the dual time function. Or you can go for something that have a external pointer, where it can show direction, speed, countdown, a lot of things. And then last but not least is chronograph. And of course, you have a lot to go on, like the moon's phase, the calendar, the power reserve, but we are talking about the basics. So here are some of the ones that I wore during work. So to me, I think that and one more thing is the back of the watch. So I think it is good to get a watch that has the visible case back, so you can at least get more out of it, of your watch, or your automatic watch. So as of this, you can see there is some basic, yeah, you can see some basic polish here and there, and then you can see how the movement does. Yeah, so that's mainly all of it today. So thank you for watching. Hope you find your first watch someday. Thank you very much. See you again next time.